Hello, this is episode 2 of Rocky's Rants, a new video series which I'm going to be doing, which hopefully will be getting gradually better. I'm just doing it on my phone for now, but I'd like to start doing videos with actual footage and stuff, but we'll see how that works with YouTube's licensing crap. So yeah, on to episode 2. Episode 1 had about 35 views, but that's fine. It is the first episode and no one knows who the hell I am, so on to episode 2. First order of news is the new Killer Instinct game. I had to stop saying it. I'm just gonna say Killer Instinct 3 from now on, because it's not new. It's new, but it's been out for a while. The Fulgore patch. Everyone's been feel kind of bad for Spinal, because Spinal's a great character, but more people are like, I don't give a shit, give me Fulgore, just because his new design looks so cool. I've been a pretty good fan of Fulgore, but he always looked like a dude in a suit to me. Even like the second Killer Instinct game, he had a little a trimmed waistline, but I never really liked his look that much. I thought that the ponytail and everything was badass, but I always thought he could have looked better. And the new one, I can't wait till I can play as that character. He looks so sick. But yeah, there's talk of it being delayed with the story mode and the lobbies and everything. The lobbies, if people don't remember, lobbies were actually supposed to come out with Spinal, but they got delayed. So I don't think they're going to delay lobbies again. If they do, then so be it, Maybe there's some crazy-ass glitches with that. But, we'll find out. I'm not too worried about it, because they're trying to make this their last patch. If there's stuff wrong with it, I don't see that Double Helix is just going to leave. I think they'll stay on for maybe another month or two, just to iron things out. Or maybe they just hand over the reins to the new developer, whoever that is. And yeah, but I hope they're trying to go out with a bang. So I hope that this next patch, if it is delayed, it should be a good patch. Hopefully there's nothing crazy like there was with Spinal and the jail system and all that crap. So not too worried about that. My hopes for the story mode, I'm hoping for something cinematic. Nothing like there's been some games, sorry I can't think of it at the top of my head, but there's been some games where the story mode has just been are you fucking kidding me right now? You play through matches just like you normally do, just like it's survival mode or just playing against someone else or against the computer. You do that, and then it just shows a picture and there's words. This is what happened, and I hope they don't do that. I hope that to take this much time on a patch and that's what we fucking get. I hope that's not the case. Which I'm sure it won't. But the other thing is a boss. They haven't announced anything as far as a boss character. They might wait till season 2, but I don't know. Call me crazy, but I'm hoping for a boss. I'm hoping for Idol or Gargos or even a brand new boss. Some people said, it's gonna be Shadow Jago. I hope Shadow Jago is a sub-boss. I don't think he's a boss. I would absolutely lose my mind if you fought Shadow Jago and then just fucking Gargos just came out of him or something, or something amazing like that would be. If they don't do that season 1, I hope they do that season 2, because that's a cool idea. Because when he does his instinct, you can see Gargos' big head. So I'm hoping they have a boss in season 1, and hopefully the patch is good. On to next thing, because there's been a ton of leaks lately of different classic costumes and different screenshots and glitches that allows you to play certain characters and stuff. So, sorry. So basically I'm going to go through all the classic costumes, give my take on them, because, this is only my second video. Orchid was the first to be released. Orchid looks great. Her hair looks a little weird with it kind of, goes into her face a little bit, which it makes it look a little weird, but she has one of the best out of the classic costumes. She looks like she did in the first one, and she has a thing here and there from Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2. Killer Instinct 2. Let's see, who is next? Jago. Jago, a lot of people are complaining he looks goofy and everything. He kind of does. That's how he looks like in the first game. You want to argue with that? Whatever. He looks like he fucking did in the first game. It just doesn't hold up that well for it's came out. It's like 80s, 90s cheese on those costumes. So it's better graphics, newer model and everything. So it looks weird, which it should. I mean, it's things that were popular back then look weird now. That's just how things are in general. But he looks exactly like he did. He had the torn shirt, and if you look at the original model, he has a super small shirt on. It's just the way the way the models looked back then, it didn't look as weird as it does now. That's just all it is. Which brings me on to this second character that's a lot of complaints about is Saberwolf. Saberwolf looks just like he did in the old one. It just looks weird because it's on the new model. His eyes make him look a little goofy, but other than that, he looks like the first one. He has the thick face and everything. He looks like the original. Some people are saying he looks like a rat, which I don't see it. I honestly don't see that. You might be able to get away with him looking like a rat with the one where his skin's like melted away. But no, he looks fine. Stop bitching. Like seriously, they were faithful to that. It's the classic costumes aren't going to be amazing because it just look at Mortal Kombat 9. Okay, they had a classic costume in that. They looked kind of goofy because it doesn't fit with nowadays. They looked kind of goofy, but it was cool having them. So people need to stop bitching about that. They really need to. Glacius was, oh my god, Glacius is probably the best. In my opinion, Glacius is the best model out of all the classic costumes. His face, I wasn't too happy with the new character model and how, it's an alien, so he looks more like that. I like the way he plays because it just makes sense. There's a couple characters that were pretty their moveset was generic. They had some really cool traits, like the Puddle Punch was amazing, but he was a pretty generic character. Like him and Thunder kind of moved the same way a little bit. They had the same speed and everything. So it was cool that they gave him the new moveset. But I like his classic costume more than I do the new design. Way more. The face says it all. That's another thing about the new Fulgore and why that looks good. Is the face. The ice melting off his chin was fantastic. And that's how, if I play as Glacius, that's how I'm going to play as him. I'm not going to play with the new design. I'm going to play with that one because it looks better in my opinion. So on to the next one. Thunder is officially released. He has one more set of accessories to go, but he was released. I used to have a Double Helix Forums account, and it got really bad with that because certain things Like, I can take criticism, but stupidity just pisses me off. It's just like, it's amazing. Like, just not to go completely into it, but I closed my account because I don't want to talk to dumbasses anymore. It's just not worth it, you know. I'm gonna post these YouTube videos, and I know I'm gonna get some hateful comments and some people saying stuff, and whatever, that goes with it. I don't have to respond to any of them. Some of them I might, whatever. Can't help myself. But the forums just got like, the biggest complaint was when his leak came out, and they were like, okay, this is the classic costume. His original design, besides, okay, the red skin and the way he talked, were super racist. No one's denying that. Nothing about his original design was racist. Nothing fucking was. Oh, he has he had a feather mohawk that was implanted into his head. That has nothing to do with culture. That is a fucking amazing design. That is called a character. Look at Street Fighter. Look at every other game on the fucking planet. If there's a samurai, is that disrespectful to that culture? If there's a Dalsim, he has super stretchy legs and he sits with his legs, Indian style, right? Most people say that, the way he has his legs and everything, and he kind of floats. That's fine, but a fucking feather mohawk is like super disrespectful. Like, this politically incorrect bullshit needs to stop. And so I exploded on that. On the forums, just like, it might have been misdirected at Double Helix. No, I said Microsoft. It was on the Double Helix forums, but I said, fuck you, Microsoft, for this stupid shit. Like, a couple people were, oh, this is so disrespectful. Like, Thunder has a fucking bear on his head right now. One of his accessories is a wolf's head, a bear head. He still has tomahawks. He's got war paint still. It just looks fucking different. So I'm at a loss for words for that, honestly. His new, I kind of dissed his new design just because it wasn't the original one, and it isn't the original. Like, people are saying, oh, it's retro costumes. No, every single costume besides his is a fucking classic costume, so his should be a classic costume. But on the other hand, it is what it is. Microsoft did their thing. They said, tough shit, you know, you have what you have. Double Helix came up with some designs. I think that Microsoft was the one that said no feather mohawk, and Double Helix said, okay, well, we're gonna give the fans something. So the red mohawk, Double Helix, thank you for something that looks sick, something that kind of looks like the whole design, even though we can't have it. So I'm really sad that Double Helix is not continuing to work on this game, because they did really good for the fans. They did really good. So I like the fact that they did that. On to the next one, Spinal. I can't really say much about Spinal. He looks exactly like he did in the old one. It's just a little weird because his new design is so cool. Like, he's literally a sword and a shield and a skeleton. So he looks pretty cool. I like it. Sadira's, we didn't really get a huge view of it. She kind of has a skirt and everything, which from the classic art, not classic, the art book that they released, I forget the name of it, but there was an art book that showed some concepts of what she could look like, and I like it. I like Sadira. She's probably my favorite character in the new game so far, so I'm excited for that. And in Fulgores, we'll see. Anyways, on to the next thing. Review. So I'm just a quick review, because I'm coming up on like 15 minutes here. If any of you even stuck through this whole video. But Strider for PS4. I think it's on PS3 and Xbox 360. I have it on Xbox One because I have, for Killer Instinct. But fantastic game. I mean, I wish I could do. I'm coming up on a lot of time here, so I wish I could do a lot more in-depth review of it, which I might do in the future. But for now, just it's got this open world aspect. It plays a little. It plays pretty much like the first, the one that was on the Sega Genesis, which is the one I owned. Really, really neat game. Visuals look fantastic. It's got a lot of classic music and everything. And I recommend buying it. It's only $15. Like, you want to play a classic, good 2D fighting game. That's kind of 3D. It looks 3D, but it's a 2D game. It's a great game. It's with all the different all the different swords. You have the ice one. You have the one that's like electric and everything. Like, it's just a great game, and I recommend playing it. So, kind of a whack review, but it's just my opinion on it. But anyways, gotta wrap this up. So, like, comment, subscribe if you want. Yeah, I'll see you in episode 3 if anyone has held on that long.